Yeah. Takes.
Yeah, DJ Richie Ramos no want no interview go on this
Trust
morning,
me,
you know.
this is a party
No
over
one, no
here.
interviews going on this morning. He just want everybody come here, come dance, you know.
Hey. So good morning if you're just joining us, and welcome back if you've been here with us all morning. So now we're going to jump into the world of film. So if you're hearing about it for the first time, Films That Move is a festival using the power of storytelling to shine a light on mental health, healing, and resilience. Under the theme, Breaking the Silence, Healing in the Aftermath. The one-day event will bring together powerful short films and more.
Joining us this morning is the Festival Director of Films That Move 2026, Dwayne Stewart, and the director of one of this year's featured films, Bright Sparks, Leslie Ann Wanless, to discuss and explore how film can really help challenge stigma and inspire hope. Welcome to Sunrise.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Films that move, right? For those people who maybe they haven't heard of it, what is the Films That Move, and maybe how does it differ from other traditional film festivals?
Well, morning again. And Films That Move is the only mental health film festival in the Caribbean. And when we say mental health, what we're doing is taking film to explore different facets of culture, emotion, and the full gamut of just healing. So we take films from global spaces, definitely rep a lot for a Jamaican space, you know, we have to do that. And we explore different conversations under themes like we have this year. And our host, Stephanie, and our panelists of psychiatrists, counselors, and we always keep, you know, coupling the crowd just in case, you know, get a little heavy and we dive deeper than just coming for entertainment.
So the theme this year, which I love, is Breaking the Silence, Healing in the Aftermath. So with a theme that powerful, why is that conversation so important right now?
Well, with us coming off of our own tragedy from last year with Melissa and everything, folks are having different challenges and different mental spaces that as we enter the new year. So when we broached this theme right here, we didn't want it to only center on that because, you know, you have different, reactions to different things. So with films like Bright Sparks and some of the others that are, you know, on the lineup this year, what they allow us to do is look at how different characters within the space of entertainment are dealing with tragedies and other aspects that we personally would be in need of navigating, and give us the tools possibly to move forward with that.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, Leslie, since we mentioned Bright Sparks, you know what I mean? Tell me, first of all, a little bit about what Bright Sparks is, what it's about, but even more importantly for me, what inspired you to do Bright Sparks?
All right. Bright Sparks is, well, how do I start to tell this narrative now? The truth of the matter is when I made Bright Sparks, which is really a really short story, a kind of exploration of what happens when we have to handle grief, and how grief happens in a family, and what that looks like. So the story, without giving too much away, is a couple leaving their homes to give their son an opportunity.
Is that what we're seeing on the screen now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's the trailer. To give the son an opportunity, but it's in the aftermath of the death of their first son. Oh, wow. And so it's leaving behind the memory, leaving behind the space and the family home, and what that looks like. For me, it was important to make this film because I taught for a couple of years. And in the high schools, one of the things I'm noticing or noticed was the impact of grief on children. Yeah. And the impact of grief on parents, and just the way that communication was missing. And the way that really, if we pay attention to the death toll in Jamaica and pay attention to all of those things, there are a lot of people walking around with grief and just not being able to have the language for it. And so I wanted to make this film so that we can begin to have the language, to have that conversation. And so it was important for it to be at this festival because, you know, it's important to match your film with the right festival.
So let me jump on that, TK, really quickly. So your film, Bright Sparks, Leslie, it asks a very important question about how do you begin after loss. So I know you spoke about the intention in having that message displayed, But as the director, the writer, the producer, the mastermind behind it all, what do you hope the audience will take away after watching that movie?
I think it's important for people to walk away from this film thinking, how am I holding on to things that's stopping me from being able to communicate, to show care? How am I articulating what my hurt is, and how that articulation is then affecting the next generation?